Hi, and welcome to the Little Bite of Everything podcast.
This podcast is for foodies, life enthusiasts, creatives, deep thinkers, you name it.
We believe in the power of insightful conversations.
So, let's bite down on diverse topics, discussing our personal perspectives and experience. What are we waiting for?
Let's dig in.
Hi, have you eaten yet? Welcome back to the A Little Bite of Everything podcast. We are your hosts, Cindy,
Carol,
Maribel,
April.
Last week we talked about Eastern beauty trends and standards, but we can't wrap up this topic without mentioning the trends on the West Side. So today we will be talking about some of the trendy Western beauty standards that we know of. So what are some Western beauty standards?
All right, well, Western beauty standards that I know of. I mean, like when you think of Western beauty, you automatically go towards like big glamorous bodies, I want to say. Well, like for the most part, I think it's like throughout the decades or times, like it's changed a lot. Because like early 2000s, you had those Victoria's Secret and like the top models like Tyra Banks, and they were trying to be like super. It was like the trend was to be tall, skinny, and like beautiful hair, I want to say. I mean, beautiful hair has always been a trend, but I think that was like the big trend. And nowadays you see like the Kim Kardashians of the world thriving with like curves, and like I think she's the one that introduced that big booty body,
Like an hourglass body shape.
the hourglass body shape. And then like all these people were introduced to waist trainers and trying to obtain that body. I know like Latinas, most of them, well, no, I won't say most of them, but like a lot of them do have that body shape. And it's just like they call it birthing hips, and like it's a thing. I am not blessed with that body type. I'm built like a trunk of a tree. I'm just like big all over. But my sisters and like I know people that are built like that, and that's considered like, I guess, beautiful on this side of the world, I want to say. Like the big booty, big boobs. Like that is the beautiful that a lot of Western people like gravitate towards, but you can't say that for everyone, because a lot of it's also like big eyes, I want to say, and like, yeah, pretty hair again.
Tan skin.
Yeah.
Tanny
As
is
opposed
definitely
to the white skin for Asians.
yeah,
something
tan
to
or
differentiate from Eastern and Western. Yeah, I don't see like a lot of tannings happening kind of like in Eastern culture.
Yeah. Also
Yeah,
like
like
clear skin. Like
But I feel like Western, they focus more on makeup rather than like skincare.
Yeah.
yeah.
Actually, I was talking to some people a little bit back, and supposedly the trend of actual K-beauty is like coming, or getting more popular here in Western culture. So, instead of like covering, they want the skin now.
Like the glass skin.
Yeah, kind of.
But I feel like that was more in like the recent years because all the Asian or like the Korean beauty brands, they came into like Sephora, and now it's in Ulta.
Yeah.
And you didn't really see a lot of that just like maybe 2 years back.
Yeah, I want to say
No,
like 2 to
yeah,
3
no,
years
definitely
back.
not. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because before, yeah, like you said, it was a lot of focus on big brands like I want to say like Morphe and Huda Beauty and like Too Faced, where it was like thick makeup with a lot of like contour, just like slap it on. But yeah, now you see a lot of like a shift towards like the less makeup look, where you just use dewy BB creams, or you just use
Like a tinted
dewy,
moisturizer or
yeah,
something.
tinted foundations and like tinted moisturizers, I want to say. Because yeah, before it wasn't like that, but now you have a lot of brands that are moving towards like clean products with
Mm-hmm.
made with coconut water or stuff like that, where it's like the ingredients in it. So a lot of people are gravitating towards having pretty skin so they could wear those products. So yeah, Korean beauty has definitely, I guess, entered the Western market. Um, it's it's different though because I still feel like it's not good enough, or like it's still like abrasive to my skin. Like I don't know, maybe it's the stigma that like I feel like Western beauty never really focused on like your skin, and now they are trying to. So I'm like, should I trust them? I don't know.
Yeah,
So,
I think like the Western makeup or like kind of the beauty trend is like focusing on like having really strong contour and like heavy foundations, things like that.
mhm,
So at least from what I can see or like how I'm feeling right now, from like kind of
mhm,
majority of people's like a really thick eyeliners and drastic eyelashes as to what I can see. And that really kind of transfer. I do see like some people literally got transferred to like very different kind of appearance after the makeup because all the heavy makeup they're wearing every day, which is cool.
mhm,
Like you get to play around with your face, right? I
mhm.
think that's just kind of different meaning to it. It's kind of fun. But yeah, when it comes to difference, that's the difference that I can see in it, especially coming back to the monolith lid topic. Especially, I see a lot of like Asians with like a monolith. Um, they tend to wear like a really like a thick eyeliners so that they can like the eye like the
You can see it.
it will actually show on your face or like on your eyes. uh, but yeah, and then that's actually I see that happen to a lot of like Asian and like kind of Western culture a lot. And because I used to just not wearing makeup or like wearing very light makeup when I was living in China. Um, and even with like modeling, that's kind of how I am when it comes to makeup. And then when I kind of study abroad, then I realize, oh, that's kind of cool. That's kind of how they do it and how they fix the situation. Well, not fixing the situation. That's kind of how they play around with it. I was like, that's cool. That's good to know.
Yeah.
That's what I see is different.
I
Yeah.
guess that's funny because yeah, Western makeup, like you said, it highlights your eyes. Like people
Mm-hmm.
want to make their eyes look bigger, and then you tend to make your nose look smaller, like narrower, I guess. And then like contour allows for sharper fight like facial features and higher cheekbones, I want to say.
Mm-hmm.
So like
Yeah.
that face of like I guess it's sharper for sure than like the Eastern beauty where it's like a little more delicate, I want to say,
Mm-hmm.
Like
rather
focusing
than
on
like
details, like side of
yeah.
your nose, apply a little contours there just to kind of like narrow
Hmm.
it a little bit. And
Oh,
then
and
highlights on the top of your nose and your forehead just to, get that
yeah,
reflection. Things like that. Yeah. Or
and then
like,
like big lips,
Mm.
yeah.
like overlining your lips or something. Or a lot of
Mhm.
people even get lip fillers and they get like nose fillers and like cheekbone fillers just to have like those parts of their
Yeah.
face stand out.
Whereas like the Eastern kind of like lip makeups, like they do like the fading kind of lip color where you only apply to like the inner of your lip and then they kind of fade it so it makes your lip look uh,
Hmm.
smaller. I don't know if
What is
that's
it
the
called? Like the
idea.
lollipop? The
I don't know
lollipop.
what is it called. What is
It
it
was
called? Do you guys
really
know?
popular in like 20, I want to say like
Yeah, I don't think it's
2015.
still there right now, but back in the days, it was definitely one
Yeah, it
of
was
the
to make your
trendy
lips look
things.
smaller and like
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
delicate on the center of your face, I want to say.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's
Yeah.
like the
Yeah.
reverse of the Western.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it was trendy in Asia that you have like a really kind of small and delicate like lip shapes, I would say.
Hmm. True.
I think another Western beauty standard I see is like a focus on fitness a lot to get like the toned body and then like the
Curves.
juicy booty and curves. Yeah, so like a lot
Don't be
of
shy, say it. Juicy booty.
yeah, so they work out to like get the tone and like muscular look, which I feel like isn't as prevalent in the Eastern beauty.
Or ingestions,
Mm-hmm.
whatever
Mhm.
they do, just get it there.
Yeah, no. I feel like a lot of people that then leads people to start tanning. I heard that a lot of like athletes and like professional bodybuilders tend to tan because then that's how you can see like the shadows of their muscles when they go into like competitions. You can see the shadows of their muscles, not muscles, their muscles better. And that's something that I heard. So I think that's interesting because a lot of people therefore do tan. And it's kind of like a standard of beauty, I want to say, too.
Of the trends, what do you guys like or dislike about them?
Good question. I mean, I also think that Western beauty have shifted to like accepting all types of bodies and like all bodies are beautiful type of thing. So that's something that I think is like positive, but at the same time, it's like you still have like pressures, I want to say, of like looking a certain way. So is it very free, I guess, or like is it really everybody's beautiful? I don't think so. I don't know. But
I feel like it's good that they're starting to like accept it and like show that all curves and like all body shapes are accepted. Because I feel like going back to the Eastern, comparing it to the Eastern, they're very like, because like you go there and it's hard to find bigger sizes because I feel like there's more of a pressure there to stay looking the same, like skinny. But yeah, but like over here, there's a lot of sizes and like a lot of companies are also doing the body positivity.
To sell their
Yeah.
products, yes.
yeah, you're right in that there's a lot more brands that are like inclusive in their sizing
Advocate
too.
that, yeah.
Yeah. Which is I mean it's good because when I was younger and I was like a size extra large in middle school or high school, I don't even know. I like it was hard finding cute clothes and I ended up wearing like the old not like old lady clothes, but like and that's talking like I was small back then and I was already wearing people like older people clothes. So I'm like, how small was clothes back then? But yeah, that's so interesting to me that like more and more companies are being inclusive. I'm like, why now though?
Eastern standard is still very straight to people, especially girls. I remember it's not really like straight, but like it's the whole kind of like existing but not existing standard there that will makes you feel uncomfortable if you're like a chubby or cannot fit into one size, which is kind of the common kind of sizing that they have in Asia. I remember when I was in high school, like I was really chubby, not really high school, but like in middle school as well. I was really chubby and I did a lot of sports. I got a lot of muscles on my legs. So I was really thick. And like we have our uniforms, right? And then we have our like winter uniforms for like colder days. And then we also have a summer. So during summer times, we have shorts for girls. And a lot of girls just not like to show their legs. So they will like still wearing like the pants that we have for wintertime during summer times just to do that. And yeah, like you just kind of get people if you care, and then like in school, like people would just kind of be like, look at you, be like, oh, her leg's so thick, something like that.
That's
Um,
so funny.
and then I remember like because we do like a Taobao a lot back in days. Like it's just like Alibaba kind of thing. And there's a lot of like Etsy, right? And then a lot of brands that people are running, they offer one size. And it definitely back in days there's a lot of one size that couldn't fit like a bigger girls or like a bigger size person. So, but nowadays definitely better. They have more like a variety of size. Even like a bigger brands, they're like having variety of size right now. But just talking about kind of how everything was before, and then I kind of how I experienced it. Definitely, it was kind of like that. But I'm glad that it's getting better, getting more like people to accept kind of their body shape, and then not feeling like body shame.
I feel like more like now that a lot of brands are being more inclusive, they're also featuring a lot more diversity. And it's like obviously not all Americans have the same body type because we're not all the same race and we're not all the same type of people. And now you're getting to see like more Latino, more like African American, more Asian like models, and you get to see that obviously are the bodies that they choose are like actual real bodies where this clothes like is truly like fitting real people, which I think is so interesting because before we had this standard of beauty that was very like the cook I don't want to say like the Caucasian girl with like the big eyes and like the blonde hair. That was like the early 2000s item of beauty, I want to say. Like that's the it girl that people would usually go for. Like the Jennifer Aniston, right? The Angelina Jolie, like where you were beautiful and skinny and tall and like had something interesting about your face, like either big eyes, big lips, or something like that. And now because we're pushing for more inclusivity, you get to see other like cultures and bodies featured, which I think is so interesting. And it takes me to the story because my mom would tell me that when she was young, she had to also wear like shorts and skirts to gym, and that she would wear pants under because she didn't want to show her legs because people would call her a skeleton because my mom's very thin. And I guess Latinos typically are very thick and like muscular, stocky build people. But because she was so skinny, people would call her a skeleton, and she was like traumatized by that experience, and she always like wanted chubby daughters, and now that she has chubby daughters she doesn't appreciate them. Like I understand like the push towards health, and as long as you're being healthy, as long as you're working out, as long as you're like, it's okay. I'm not saying like that if you're like 200 pounds overweight then that's okay. Like, no, you have to obviously take care of your body because you only have one body type of thing. Mm-hmm. But it's like, yeah, that's something that I really do like about Western culture, that it's very accepting to all these like different bodies now. It's, I guess, inclusivity, y'all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember when Ashley Graham became like the plus size model. It like kind of I felt like that's when it started, where it was like all the body inclusivity. Yeah,
that's true. I remember seeing her in a music video with Joe Jonas, and my heart just like, oh my gosh, like it was so exciting to see a, I guess, plus size woman and like a skinny boy, I guess. Boy, I guess seeing a plus size woman in the shoes of like someone that is the love interest in Toothbrush, I think that's all it's called. Oh my gosh, I was just so excited. I was like, wow, like, yes, plus size women are also sexy, like, duh.
Mhm. She's so pretty.
Yeah, she is. Now she's a mama, I think.
Mhm.
That's so good. Wow, that's such a long time ago, if you think about it. Yeah. And now you see like the Lizzos of the world. You see Cardi B, like Ashley Graham walked so they could run
Mm.
for sure. What do you guys think that is driving those standards and trends? I mean, I guess we kind of talked about it, the acceptance and inclusivity, I think for sure. And
Well, I think Cardi B will be a really good example that,
Mhm.
you know, from those celebrities, you know, people will like their talents, like their music or like their movie, whatever they're doing. And then, you know, will be like some people, especially younger kids, that they would like to be closer to their model, I guess, to those celebrities by, you know, being in the same shape as them. So that's definitely, I think, one of the factors that are driving those kind of standards among, you know, younger kids. Definitely, same for the Kardashians.
Yeah, I definitely think like the celebrities start the trends.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so too. For the most part, like I know that there's been a big push to having like new Latino actors out there and like um Asian actors, I want to say Asian American actors. There's a lot of like when you think of Netflix and like the people that are the main characters in a lot of the like teenage movies or a lot of the like romantic comedies, you will see that it's like in oh my gosh, what is To All the Boys I've Ever Loved. You have Lana Condor, and then you have someone like Noah Centineo that is like mixed, but he's also like Italian and he has like different background too. And then you have Jordan Fisher, which was also part of like the Disney Channel realm, and he's like racially ambiguous too, but he's African American at the same time. And then you'll have like Filipino actors, and then you'll have shows like on the block or something. On my block, and it's like a whole Latino cast, and there's like Cuban, there's Puerto Rican, there is Mexican cast, and they're just like all Latin American cast too. And I feel like even if you think of like the newest Dora the Explorer movie, she is a Peruvian actress, I want to say, Isabella Merced, and she has made like a lot of like I guess I follow her because I think like she's a talented artist too. She sings, and like I've seen her interact with a lot of Latin artists that are like on the top of like I don't know if you guys are big fans of like Bad Bunny and Maluma. Like you'll see their faces too become part of like Western celebrity, like they're it right now. And it's like so funny because if you think a couple years back, like Pitbull had to learn, or I think Pitbull's Puerto Rican, I want to say, but he had to become like make music in English in order to break into the American market rather than Pitbull singing his Spanish and like Bad Bunny singing Spanish is popular in the American market, which is
That's
crazy
true.
to think now because back then that wasn't a thing. So I feel like, yeah, a lot of celebrities are the drivers in the trends that are being accepted and like built on for sure.
I still think it's I just feel like the people here are more getting more and more diverse kind of.
Mm-hmm.
like more accepting to like the different types of music and like the different languages. Because I've heard some Bollywood songs too that were becoming trendy.
Yeah.
So
Bollywood
yeah.
movies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it just a lot of like the Western or like I guess the for example, America, like a lot of American industry just realized finally that to embrace those diversities, to bring in other cultures of like K-pop and like Bollywood movies and music in, so that they can kind of like attract more people from more diverse cities. So that's kind of what I think is like why that we see those kind of cultures or things that we barely see before being trendy nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
So
Carol. Carol, what is one thing, like based on your knowledge in fashion, what is one of the things that drives trends?
Well, you guys mentioned it. That's why I didn't mention it. But I definitely think people with like a lot of status, I guess, or influence. Yeah. A lot of people who basically drive influence, hence influencers, basically they are able to kind of like say something and then have their people who look up to them or idolize them follow basically the concept, or like take into, like if they bring something up and they're like questioning it, then it's not just them questioning it, it's their followers that question it too now. So I just think influencers definitely, just like the name, like names have changed, but a lot of things are still the same.
I also want to add, like, maybe the fact that we have internet, the fact that people can be exposed to things at a quicker rate. It also allows for like people in Hollywood to discover and scout people around the world, like around the US, that don't typically are the people that want to go into acting, but it's like, hey, you have a cool face and I think that you would act good in this show. Like, can you come audition? And then that's kind of how they get into acting. And I think you've seen it a lot on TikTok recently too, and like all these people doing like acting challenges and stuff like that. Like, I think that there's a new wave of actors that are gonna hit like Netflix soon, that is just gonna be very different and very impressive to see as like the new wave of entertainment, because like TikTok is so entertaining and some of these people are so good and so talented.
I think we could say that those people on TikTok or even Instagrams, they're producing trend right now.
Oh yeah,
Definitely.
for sure.
So
Yeah,
those people are producing trends right now. So yeah, there we have it.
There's so many like content creators and they just come up with new trends every week. Like you'll find a new trend based on a song or a dance that someone did somewhere in the middle of, I don't know, Mississippi.
Yeah, whatever challenges once in a while that I would see on Instagram that everyone's doing. There's a trend, like a challenge. What's it called? Like something that girls can do but guys cannot do. Like,
oh yeah,
have you guys seen that one? Everywhere.
Yeah.
Like it randomly just pops out on my discovery tab. I was like, what is that? And then I see everyone's doing it. Yeah, things like that. I think it definitely comes from those like social medias when started and it passed on to the other and keep passing to more people and until it gets popular and then more people start doing it.
Yeah. I feel like, oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, like, well, if you think about it, like before, the only way for people to actually like see their celebrities are like in movies or like music videos and stuff like that. But now, because of the social media platforms, it has allowed like just anyone to put themselves out there and not just celebrities, which is like how people can like become famous overnight because of Instagram or TikTok. So I just think it's crazy to think that social media does play a big part in it.
Yeah. Like, I also want to add, like, America's always been like known for capitalism and for its individualistic like culture, and everybody wants to be a hipster. Everybody wants to be their own thing. Like, maybe not like the traditional word of a hipster, as like when I think hipster is like the person that wears the beanies, goes to coffee shops and reads like obscure literature. Like, that is the 2015 idea of a hipster. But like now it's like all those people that like stick to specific I don't know, aesthetics. So you have like the cottage core, you have the art person, the I don't know, like dark academia. Like, you have like different vibes that people are trying to like explore in like either fashion or beauty, makeup, and stuff. But it's so funny that you'll see like different trends just pop up, but there's still like a lot of groups. Like the whole e-boy and e-girl thing was the modern version of the emo. Yeah, the emo and scene kid. Like, it was just a little different, but it was still the same idea. And now you have like gamers and that culture, which is so mind blowing that you have like different cultures within just like a culture, because everybody wants to be their own thing. Everybody wants to make their own trend and be special, which I feel like everyone's wanted to do that forever, but people actually like making money off of it. Like, oh, this is my aesthetic. Or like, you can buy my preset for all the pictures I use, like all my filter, and then you can put it on your pictures, and they make fun, like money off of that, which is crazy, but smart, because everybody's looking for, like, everybody has a niche, like a little market, a little target, which businesses kind of need to monetize on that, but at the same time, they can't be super specific if they want to sell to the masses. So we live in a weird world, yo.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the message that we're trying to deliver here, or try to kind of share with everyone, is and same for the Eastern beauty standards. Like, do whatever you want, as long as that's something you wanted to do, regardless of standard. And then, I mean, when it comes to like dislike or dislike about any of those standards, I think we always want to embrace like everything that's natural. I mean, personally, coming from like the household that I grew up in, we always wanted to appreciate, like the body and everything that we've got from our parents. So yeah, I think right, that's something that kind of wanted to share. And again, I think the bottom lines here is just embrace yourself, and that a smile is the best makeup any girl can wear, or anyone can wear. And I think we briefly mentioned in the last episode that confidence should be something that everyone should have when it comes to their body shape, their appearance, anything. And follow your heart, listen to your inner voice, stop caring about what others think, is the word that I want to deliver to everyone here today. Yeah.
It's what's in the inside that matters. If the inside is beautiful, shine out. Same with like a smile. When you smile, it'll make other people smile.
All right. Well, I think that's good for our episode, but we don't want to leave without starting our foodie segment and talking about the healthy diets and healthy superfoods that exist and help in order to cherish and take care of the one body that we do have. Um, yeah, we could start with Cindy. Let us know what are some healthy tips on
I
your
would
radar.
say eat your veggies because they have a lot of vitamins that you need, and anything colorful, leafy greens, carrots. Carrots are good for your eyes. Maribel mentioned before goji berries. Those are really good for you. Kale, broccoli. Just eat your vegetables.
Eat,
Yeah.
eat colorful meals and hydrate.
Mhm.
Please
Yes.
drink water.
Yeah.
It's so easy. It's one of the easiest things that you can do for your body, but at the same time, it's like the thing that people neglect the most. I'm like,
A lot of people
you're
are
thirsty.
skipping.
Yeah. I'm like, drink water. Like, I know that I had a calendar. Oh, no. It was Carol that I first witnessed did this. She had an alarm for every time she needed to drink water. And I was like, what is that? And then she's like, oh, it's just an alarm so I could drink water. And I thought it was
Did
the
it
funniest
work?
thing. Yeah, she would always drink water.
Well, how
Do,
long
do
did
you
it
still do
last?
that, Carol?
Curious.
Do you still drink water when your alarm rings?
No, I don't have an alarm system anymore, but so I have like basically depending on the day, and if I'll have basically just water jugs in front of me, like different ones. Like I'll have ones that are like hot water, warm water, sparkling water, and they'll sit right in front of me. And like sometimes if I wanted to, like I would have like a milk tea or something, or tea and coffee, and they just always sitting there. And then once I finish one, I'd get up and refill it.
Mm-hmm. Well, like,
if it was coffee and tea, I wouldn't, but like
the alarm system definitely built a habit of drinking water in you because you do it around the clock now, which is good. Because I started implementing that into my life. I mean, not literally alarms, but like I had a tracker, and every time I drink water, I would like cross it off or something. And after a while, I just started drinking and like more water, and my skin started clearing up, and like it was just better. I felt healthier. And it's also just like good for your body. It's like so good for your body. You cleanse everything. It's like water is the best thing. You add water for your plants to grow. Why wouldn't you put water in yourself? It just doesn't make sense.
Another tip to like kind of help you drink more water is like what Carol said, to kind of switch up like the type of liquid, like sparkling water or just water. You can add fruits to your water to add more taste. And another one is maybe like finding a water bottle that you like and you think it's cute. That will kind of like make you want to drink more water.
Mm-hmm. Or like, y'all, this can change your life. Because it's like even all the sugars that are in those soft drinks are so bad for your teeth, so bad for your just like health overall. I know someone that said that if you dump like a bottle of Coke into your toilet, it can clean it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I'm like, imagine all the acids in that. Like, imagine what that does to your body, to your kidneys that have to cleanse it. I'm like, no, thank you. I will not do that. But again, with coffee and tea, it's the same thing. So.
Funny story.
Yes.
So as you said, dumping a Coke into toilet cleans your system, right? Or cleans that toilet bowl, right? My dad has a belief that if he drinks it, it'll clean his system. And I'm like, no, that doesn't work like that.
That is funny.
What other superfoods do you guys know of or eat?
Ginger, ginseng,
Oh, ginger.
Ginger, turmeric, very
Turmeric.
antioxidant.
Turmeric.
Yes.
Oh, I do. I cook like anything like soup, curry, anything. I just add like a sprinkle of turmeric into it.
Mm-hmm.
Have you guys tried golden milk?
I have tried it at Starbucks and I didn't like it. It was just too strong at the start. Maybe the Starbucks I went to, they didn't do it right, but whatever. But I wanted to try it at home, like by myself.
It's pretty easy to do. It's just milk or your dairy substitute, and then ginger, turmeric, black pepper, and I think some coconut oil.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty good. I like it when it's like hot. Well, probably not in the summer, but like in the winter, it just like warms you up.
Yeah. So good.
I'm lactose, so
It's okay.
Dairy alternative.
Dairy alternative. Have you ever tried oat milk?
Yes. I love
And
oat milk. That's all I drink now.
I can't really drink that much oat milk because there's so much fat in oat milk, and I'm like, ugh. But I love it. It's so good. I'm like, almond milk is kind of like the happy medium because it's like less calories or less like fats, which I need less fats because I'm just the type of body type that needs less fats in their diet. So I love oat milk, but I can't have it that much. It's like a guilty pleasure. I made an oat milk horchata.
I did too.
So good. So good. So, yeah. I hate coconut milk. I don't like it.
I like it in like Vietnamese desserts.
Okay. Yeah. I can see that. I feel like there's I made a pina colada the other day with a little bit of coconut milk, and I was like, whoa, this is revolutionary. I was like, what? So I think that's like the thing that I love doing is like making classic things that had dairy or like have had very fatty they're desserts essentially, but transforming them to a healthier alternative. I'm like, that is the way to go. Maybe we could drop a couple recipes, Cindy. Could do the turmeric milk,
yes,
or golden milk. We can do the oat milk horchata.
Yes,
and possibly
so easy to make.
I know, it's so easy. Like, people don't realize how easy it is to make this. I'm so excited to share those with y'all. Superfoods. Oh, I love spinach too.
Spinach is good for you. Avocados, that's a healthy fat.
Avocados.
Chia
is
seeds?
so good. Chia seeds. I love putting chia seeds in everything. Literally, like overnight oats. You throw them into your water and just like drink away your water with like little chia seeds in it.
Have you tried chia seed pudding?
I have
kind
never.
of like overnight oats where you soak a bunch of them, but you put fruits in it too. So good.
Ooh. I wonder if I think I have chia seeds in my pantry. I might do that tonight, so I can have
It's like
a
a
yummy
healthy
breakfast.
dessert. Yeah.
Ooh, have you guys tried like acai bowls?
Yes. Ooh, I love those.
Yes, I love anything with like acai.
I'm an old lady, so I like hot foods.
So what are some good hot superfoods?
Soup.
tofu,
Soup.
Soup.
tofu soup.
Tofu soup. What's it? A nice chicken bone soup, like not from like, well, you can get chicken soup from a can or like a container, but if it was me, I usually like to get chicken or a whole chicken and then like cut it up, freeze the parts, and then like what you can do is you can also bake the bones and
The
then
bone marrow.
You bake the bones in like 350 for a little bit until it's like brown, and then you stick it in a pot of water But usually you would coat it in oil before you bake the bones, so it's nice and like burnt.
Yeah.
But yeah,
That sounds
is
delicious.
delicious. Especially when you're doing it with like maybe a rice noodle.
Love that.
There's ginger, just like ginger and the black chicken.
Mm.
Have you guys heard about the black chicken?
So good.
Yes.
So you cook a black chicken with some, I don't remember what the herbs are, but like our parents cook it with herbs. They also cook it with slices of dried ginseng and goji berries. Because goji berries are good for your eyes, ginseng is good for your health, black chicken is good for your health. And then once they cook it in like a chicken broth, usually you eat it with this rice noodle that's really thin.
And it's like the noodle itself is kind of a little bit salty.
Mm-hmm.
It's so good.
Ooh. That sounds good. I've never tried it, so I would want to try it one day. Yeah.
Hint, hint.
When am I coming over? I'm just kidding. I know ginger. I mean, not ginger. What am I saying? Garlic.
Oh,
I know garlic is like super. Like,
I heard garlic can make you happy.
oh heck yeah!
I
I heard garlic can make your hair grow, your nails grow, and can make your problems go away.
I heard garlic can cure COVID.
Oh,
I heard that.
that's I heard it's gonna keep vampire away too.
Yeah, I heard that garlic is a superfood.
Yes.
According to my family.
Did you guys hear about that? Like crazy. I don't know if it was just a Latino thing, but like people on Facebook were saying that if you make a smoothie out of onions, garlic, oregano, I think it was red onions because for some reason it was always red, and like you drink it, it would cure COVID or like help you survive COVID. My
Something
mom
similar.
did that, and I was like,
My mom too.
I'm like, what the heck? What? And obviously, like, you can't taste anything because, well, if you got COVID in that way, like, where your smell and taste go away, like, I get why these people were doing it. And, like, garlic obviously can cure, it can make your foot grow back or something. But, like, I don't know how these people would, I don't know. It's just,
I'm not sure if it's gonna work, but it definitely helped them feel better.
Oh yeah.
Placebo effect, do you think?
The what?
A
Placebo?
placebo effect?
For sure. I mean, I do believe that garlic has a lot of curing powers because
But it doesn't really work like just like
yeah,
that.
it doesn't cure
No.
COVID.
No. There was,
I feel
a
like
point-
people believe in
yeah,
garlic
because
having
it's like-
powers rather than the vaccine.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, there was a period where my mom, she like, when she was cooking stuff, she just put so much garlic in it. Because she's like, we need to eat more garlic. I mean, it is helping with our immune system. So I guess, kind of.
Yeah, it
I
is.
don't know.
But it would take a long time. It's not
Yeah.
that you have it today and the next day your like immune system just goes to another level. No, it doesn't
Yeah.
work like that.
I will say though, when I was living in Korea, I would eat like maybe twice or three times the more garlic than I would eat in my everyday life here in America. And my hair grew 3 times faster than what it grows. And maybe it was also because I was using a different hair product that had argan oil in it too. So those two things like tag teamed, and my hair was growing so fast. My nails were so nice and thick and like durable, and they didn't break as often. And my skin was beautiful. Also could have been attributed to like the probiotics, like the kimchi that I was putting in my body. That and drinking a lot of water just like created this superhuman. I was like, oh my gosh, now I understand why Korean people have such great like skin and hair. I was like, oh my god, it's all in the diet for sure.
Definitely.
So yeah, but I believe garlic was the reason for beautiful hair and nails that I had. So yeah, garlic's really good. I've also heard like Mexican people say that if you put garlic on your nails physically, they will grow.
Whoa.
So yeah,
Interesting.
that's the thing. Garlic is a superfood.
The vitamins that we could get from those superfood, or the good things that we can get from those, it's definitely more than your supplements can provide you, for sure.
Definitely.
So.
Well, that wraps up our show for today. If you haven't already, make sure to follow us on Spotify. And if you're listening to us on Apple Podcasts, make sure to leave us a 5-star review. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram at alboe.pod. We will also be posting this recording on YouTube, so leave us a comment there too. Have a delicious day. Bye.
Bye.